Hello everyone, Gumball here, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Horizons Daybreaker, where today we're going to have a bit more of a look at EssentialCraft3. So since last episode I've made a ton of stuff related to the mod, including this MRUCU moving on tier 2, which took some magical ingots, a diamond, and some glass fortified plates, which is just stone and iron. And with this, we can see these MRUCUs, and we can pull them and push them, I think. I don't know, I think maybe when you shift. Oh yeah, you can pull them and push them. And we're going to use these to get a more reliable source of MRU. So I'm going to take this back to our base, and we'll have a look at a few more pieces of progress I have made. So guys, I'm back, and now I'm going to show you a few things I've done since last episode. And I'm seeing something here that are relevant to this episode. So first I cleaned out this room here, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it's an 8x8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 8x8 room with a 6x6 square here, and I'll show you what this is in a minute. And this is where I'm putting my EssentialCraft stuff. I'll have to decorate as well. And then down here I have a spawner from RF Tools. So the spawner works in that just feed it power and give it a syringe of the mob that you want to spawn. You just like hit the mob a few times and it will allow you to spawn them. Then you put a matter beamer in line with them and link them with a wrench. And then in here you put what it wants to use per spawn, and it will feed it into the machine. So I was using that to get more MRU to make all this stuff. It's a very, very slow process. So we want to have a better way of getting MRU. So that's why I've got the grab this. I've got the MRUCU here inside this containment area, and let's see what it is. So we go into the book. We'll see here the enrichment chamber. So it says to continue onwards, you desire two things: a way to control these growing MRUCUs over there, so they do not destroy your house, and you need a way to get yourself some kind of MRU storage. Your problem's solved. This is a structure that cannot be drawn in the book, since it has no actual shape. It can be any size as long as it has a rectangular form, but at least 5 by 5, and at most 128 by 128 by 128. And here we have a 6 by 6, so it's quite a small one. This can be built from any of the blocks presented above, so any of these blocks here, from Mithrilian plating, void glass, void stone, pale plating, magical fortified glass, and fortified stone. More expensive blocks yield more resistance to corruption caused by these MRUCUs. And it needs to have closed outlines, so it has to have kind of block outlines. Now we just need to place a controller anywhere, and then the structure will initialize. You need to do one more thing. You need it to have an MRUCU anywhere inside it, which we have got. So let's fill in this glass. I'll show you what this is in a minute. And this should form, that's the structure complete. So it says on here, has a balance of 0.0 and MRU of none out of the possible 60,000. There we go, balance is 0.416. So that balance is the balance of the node itself. So we have quite a, I think, a cold node. Actually, looks like this, and quite a weak node as well. And that should be able to grow. I'm not quite sure how that works. But now, to actually make power... Ooh, let's get in here. If I could get in there, please. We need to supply it with its own small supply of MRU. So back here, I had... but I just broke it. A heat generator. Where'd that go? It is there. There it is. Stop burning, please. Let's put the helmet back on. There we go. There is a heat generator there, I don't know why the texture's not showing. If we put coal in here, this will make... at the moment it's saying 1 MRU per tick. Let's grab my buckets. Something's not working here. Quickly grab this lava. 2, 3, 4. Where's the heat generator? Oh, it's in the floor. Let's break that. And put the dirt back. That's what went missing. And place the heat generator. I'm just going to turn my sounds off because that is really annoying. I don't know what setting does that. We'll have to find a way to fix that. But let's place the buckets of lava here, 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 and here. And the way this works is you have lava here, one block away on each of the sides of the heat generator, and then airspace is here, so flowing lava seems to count as an airspace. Put in your fuel and it will get us 16 MRU per tick. Next thing we're going to need some nether quartz. Let's find it here. And I really want to turn those sounds back on, but I need to find a way to keep it low, so let's do that. That should be fine, that's not bad. And we combine this to an MRU acceptor. So that is now accepting MRU. We can fill in the glass like so, and this should then be able to generate its own MRU. Yep, there we go, 384, 880, 1376. So we can now hook our machines up to these, and we don't need this, oh, there's something in the way. I need to get rid of that, gosh. Dirt. Let's fill that in. There we go. Let's clean out our inventory as well. Let's see. You and the other stuff I'll grab a chest for. Let's see. We should have a chest in here. Yep, we do. So this will have our EssentialCraft stuff in it for now. You can all go in there. We can put our buckets away. 2, and you, and I don't need this anymore either. And then we can put our machines down here. So let's put the chamber there, the table there. The gems will make sure are bound to this, like so, and we'll just slot each of them into their section. So that there is full, that there is full, and this is making more MRU. So this isn't just supplying MRU from the lava thing. The lava thing is supplying the enrichment chamber MRU, and that's using the MRUCU to make more MRU. Now we can add better storage, and there are better ways of generating MRU for this, but we don't have them at the moment. So I'm going to do some more reading in the book and have a look at where we need to go next. We might get to crystals, I think, is the next thing to do. If I quickly check here. Yep, crystal machinery, so I'll go read up on crystals and we'll work on them. So guys, I'm back, and I've been doing a bit of research into the crystals, and the first thing we need is the crystal former. So I've made that. It was pretty cheap, especially now that we have this constant supply of MRU. What we need to do is make sure that there's fuel in that heat generator, so that's something I'll have to remember. But we just put in 3 buckets of water, 2 glass, and a diamond, and have to make sure it has a supply of MRU, and then after a while it will also give us MRU corruption, but after a while let's wait for this to go down, and then as soon as this goes down we can see if it's done. I don't know how much it actually takes to make 1 crystal. It still might not be done, but let's see. Yeah, it's still not done. It's working away, trying to make what it needs, sapping all of the MRU. And it's running out and going very slowly. We might need to increase the storage capacity of the chamber. That could be something to have a look at. I think it's in the MRU and matrix section. Where are they? Holding blocks. You can increase the amount of MRU the structure can store by adding this block anywhere. Increases storage by 100,000, so that could be very important. And here we go, elemental crystal. You can not see it at all on the texture. Oh, and we got our buckets back, that's good. I don't know why it's only showing one bucket. But we should be able to put this down here, and we can see these particles. Why am I only seeing one bucket? That's slightly bugged. And this, yep, we can see the tiny little particle down there, apparently takes half an hour to grow. But I think we can use which device is it? I think we can use this crystal controller to speed up the growth process. I'm not sure if it's something else, but I'm pretty sure we can use the crystal controller. See if there's anything else here. No, pretty sure it's the crystal controller. So I'll go and make that while this starts growing, and I'll be right back. So guys, I'm back, and I've made the last two machines we're going to need for today. So, first thing I made was the crystal controller, which didn't take as long as the other block. And this will show us what elements are inside our crystal, and what the size of the crystal is. And I think it might slightly speed up the growth time, but it has almost been half an hour, so I'm not sure. But our crystal has reached 66%, and is 7% air and 1% fire. Then I guess the rest is just neutral. And then I also made a crystal extractor, which will take the essences out of the crystal, but I think it needs to be fully... This is still running. I think this needs to grow fully before it can take anything out of it, otherwise it's just consuming all our MRU, which it did pretty quickly. So we'll also need to find a better form of getting MRU into the chamber, and I think it's also more efficient with certain added blocks and certain types of node. But I think that is it for the episode. So between episodes I'll allow this to grow, and I'll probably get some more crystals and maybe some MRUCUEC MRU holding blocks, which will enable us to hold more MRU in here, so when we're not doing anything it can fill up its storage. Each holding block will give us 100,000 extra storage space, which is quite nice. But I think that is it for this episode. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Feed the Beast Horizons Daybreaker. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. It lets me know you want to see some more. Next episode will probably look a bit more at EssentialCraft, or maybe one of the other mods. We might take a break. I really need to figure out how to darken everything. I don't know what's causing that. It's weird. We haven't gone into a few mods like Clockwork Phase. There's Open Computers I might try and learn. We have DecoCraft if we want to just do some decoration. We might also work on making a void world, because we're getting a bit of a lag here now. So getting a nice area that's got very few blocks in it, little for my computer to handle, would be perfect. But that is it for this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.